Hey friends, what is up? Welcome back to another episode of Kurt on Cougs. We got a couple big games tonight for both BYU men's and women's basketball. As the men are on the road taking on Baylor. And in the meantime, the Lady Cougs are at home taking on Iowa State. So, two big games, a lot on the line. Let's dive right in. We'll start with the first game of the night, of course. BYU men's basketball taking on Baylor. One thing, I think this is a really fun matchup. It's Rob Wright's matchup with his old team. So that's pretty fun. Also a rematch of a game last year, which BYU won in overtime. That was a close one, that thriller. So yeah, back to this matchup, this time in Waco, Texas. Yeah, so I think this will be an exciting game tonight. A big thing with Baylor is Baylor loves to run with a small lineup. They love to go one center, four guards. So they're very fast, very good shooting. So that's definitely a threat to watch out for there. And then, yeah, they play a tough style of basketball. They're really good. This is a team that has seen a lot of success over the years. So I'm excited. This should be a great matchup. Tonight, my deciding factors for the game, first and foremost, three-point shooting. On both sides of things. Baylor tends to defend the three pretty well, and as well they got a lot of capable three-point shooters on their side of things, so being able to get stops on the threes and also hitting threes will be huge if the Cougars plan on winning this game. Number two, on defense, I think it's going to be really important in this game for the Cougars to just do a better job at protecting against penetration to the hoop. That was something that killed them against Oklahoma State earlier, and something that could kill them again with Baylor having a lot of fast, elusive guards. So just being able to keep a guy in front of them, don't give them those easy runs to the lay-in, make them hit the hard shots. If the Cougars can do this, they should be able to put up a pretty great performance defensively. And then on the offensive side of things, I think it's going to be really important in this one to just not turn the ball over. This is something the Cougars did against Houston. We saw they were able to hang with the Cougars in red for most of the game. So I feel like if they can do that again, along with these other things, I think they should be able to come away with a victory. My bold prediction for tonight is I'm going to predict that one team at some point in the second half is going to have a double-digit lead, but that will not be the team that will end up winning this game. So, bold prediction, I think this is going to be a game with a lot of twists and turns. Ultimately, though, I think the Cougars are going to come out on top in this one. Yeah, I feel like they've gotten refocused after these last few losses. From what I heard, AJ DeBonsa and Richie Saunders addressed the team on Saturday after that tough loss to Houston, and I think they're going to come out there, be ready. Baylor's a great team, but I don't think they're going to be able to do enough to stop the Cougs. So, that's my prediction for that one tonight. Jumping over to the women's game, they're taking on Iowa State, a really good team, a team that's currently solidly projected to be in the tournament. Well, in the meantime, BYU is currently one of the next four out, so they still got a little bit of work to do going the rest of the way. And it's interesting because I was looking at the rest of their schedule. After this, they got 5 more games. 4 of those 5 are against other bubble teams in Colorado, Arizona State, and Utah. So yeah, some very important games down the stretch. Also thrown in there is Cincinnati, a team that's been struggling this year. So I feel like in those 5, they probably need to go like 3-2 or so. Even then, though, it'll be tight down to the finish. But of course, one thing that could hugely boost the resume would be a win today against Iowa State. That would be, yeah, just huge. I think that might be a quad 1. I'm not totally sure, or at least it's a very good quad 2 opportunity. So if you can get a signature win like that, that would give you a little bit of wiggle room down the rest of the season. And yeah, Iowa State, great team. Luckily, this game's in Provo. Here are my determining factors for this game. First and foremost, I think probably the biggest key to victory in this game, the biggest deciding factor in this game is stopping Iowa State's best player. They have one of the best players in the conference. I don't know exactly how to pronounce her last name. I think it's Crooks, maybe Crocs. Not exactly sure. Either way, though, she's been amazing this year. Really good down in the post, scoring almost 26 points per game and getting 7.7 rebounds. So she's been really good this year. So being able to slow her down will be huge in this one. If they can go out there and slow her down, I think that'll be huge. She's the engine that, in a way moves this Iowa State offense. So slow her down, you significantly hinder their offense, and give yourselves a great shot. In the meantime, on the offensive side of things for the Cougs, I think it's just going to be really important that they are able to hit their threes, especially at home. Hitting threes, you can gain a lot of momentum. And the thing is, this BYU team has a lot of very capable shooters, and they just haven't all been clicking in these last couple games, especially last week when they went 0-2 in the Sunflower State. So I think that's going to be really important. And last of all is just rebounds. Once again, Iowa State has a really good rebounder down there in Crooks. So her, along with her teammates, they've been pulling down a lot of rebounds this year. So if the Cougars can go ahead, flip that battle, or even just keep it close to even, I feel like they should have a good shot in this one. Bold prediction for this one is Delaney Gibb has kind of been on and off lately since her injury. But I think today she goes off for 20 plus. Ultimately, though, I don't think it'll be enough. Iowa State is a great team. Would love to see a win, but I think that tonight the Cyclones are going to come away with it. Yeah, that's all I got for now. I'll be back later for a post-game review, post-game cool down. So yeah, let's go Cougs.